this fragrance is for you. It's a 100% must try. I think 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘾 is a masterpiece in its own way. Oh my god. This is an oh my god type of scent. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Giselle and today I want to share with you some of my favorite floral fragrances for summer. So if you want to hear more about them, let's jump in. Now the first fragrance I have for you today is 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘀 by Dolce & Gabbana. The Velvet line is like their private blend, the more upscale blend, and just for reference, all the fragrances in this private line have the word velvet as part of their name. This was launched in 2018 and it's a modern interpretation of the original 𝘁𝑆𝑖 from back in 2003. But they relaunched it last year as well. It has the same packaging and it says re-edition here, which this one doesn't, as you can see. Now, fun fact, although this one is from 2018, to me it smells way more modern than the new one from 2025. This one is more floral, it's very solar, very bright. It's citrusy, very uplifting. It's a pretty modern type of floral, definitely completely detached from the original 𝘁𝑆𝑖, which was a beauty. Of course, it was very beautiful, but this one is way more modern. Now, the new one, the re-edition, is very similar to the original one. It's greener, it's aldehydic, which this one isn't. So if you struggle with aldehydes, and if you like to try 𝘁𝑆𝑖, try the 2018 version. Now, as I was saying, this one is very bright, very citrusy in the opening, but this is a very soft citrus. It's not like the punch in your face type of citrus. It has a Sicilian bergamot note, which is pretty prominent. And one of the things that makes Sicilian bergamot stand out is that although it's a fruity note, a citrusy note, it's also very floral versus a typical bergamot, which is more like a punch in your face. It's more zesty, it's a little bit more astringent. This one is not. This is way more floral. I absolutely love it. This fragrance is very classy, very elegant, signature scent worthy, 100%. It's creamy. It has black rose and jasmine in the heart. Slightly powdery, but very slightly powdery. This is not like a typical powdery scent. I will say this is more like a baby powder type of powderiness, but it's slightly powdery, enough to make it very feminine, but that's it. It's not a typical powdery scent. It's also very vanillic, slightly almondy. It has a pretty prominent heliotrope note, and heliotrope sometimes pulls pretty almondy, pretty nutty. It has a very beautiful musky woody base. This is a stunner. I absolutely love this fragrance. It has a very beautiful sillage, projects incredibly well for the first hour and a half or two. I wouldn't say this is a skin scent, but it is a soft scent. However, projection remains consistent throughout the lifetime of the fragrance. It's very clean, it's very vibrant. This fragrance was inspired in Mediterranean notes, and one thing I can assure you, oh God, is that the moment you pull the lid off, you can smell the Mediterranean here. You can smell the sun, the vibrant colors, the lifestyle, the coffee shops, the restaurants, the Mediterranean Sea. It's absolutely incredible. I think 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘀 is a masterpiece in its own way. It's very classy, very elegant. It's classy, but it doesn't smell old-fashioned. It doesn't lean old school either. It's a very clean, neutral type of floral. Lasts about 6 hours on my skin. Very chic, very elevated, very sophisticated, super versatile, and it's a day or nighttime type of scent. So if you haven't yet, please try 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘀. Try both 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘀 2018 and the re-edition, which is from 2025, pretty new. This was 𝘿𝙁𝙀𝘀 by Dolce & Gabbana. The next one on my list is Fleur de Portofino by Tom Ford. Belongs to Tom Ford's private blend. Absolutely exquisite floral, very clean, very bright, very uplifting in the opening. This is a fruity floral scent. And while it opens pretty fruity, you can smell the floral notes right in the opening. And as the fragrance transitions, it becomes 100% floral. Absolutely exquisite, very modern, very crystalline. There's nothing indolic here. It's a very translucent type of floral scent. Another thing I love about this fragrance is that there's something very crispy about it. Very crispy, very bright, with a pretty strong orange blossom note, and of course the citruses that you pick, especially in the opening. But this is definitely a floral fragrance. We also have tangerine, violet leaf, we have osmanthus, we have magnolia. Magnolia is a very clean white flower. It's so stunning. It's a day or nighttime type of scent. Honestly, I wear this all year round. You can see the dent. Dents never lie, as I always say. I absolutely love it. But honestly, I think summer is the perfect season to wear Fleur de Portofino. It lasts about 6-7 hours on my skin with average projection. It leaves a very beautiful sillage the entire lifetime of the fragrance. Even when you're at that point where the fragrance is sitting closer to your skin, the fragrance will still leave a very beautiful sillage. If high humidity, tropical weather is your climate, this fragrance is for you. It's a 100% must try. Fleur de Portofino by Tom Ford. So the next fragrance on my list today is Eyes Closed by Byredo. I don't know why this fragrance doesn't get more love. Many people haven't even heard about Eyes Closed. It's so stunning, you guys, so stunning. If you like iris, this fragrance is a must try. Now, this is a completely different type of iris. Oh my God. This is an oh my God type of scent. Absolutely stunning iris fragrance. It has a very strong cinnamon note in the opening, which automatically makes it stand out from most of the iris fragrances out there. I love iris, but one thing I have to tell you is that I don't find iris very versatile. If you pay close attention, most iris fragrances smell pretty similar. And whenever there's an iris note, you will always pick that iris, even if the fragrance it's not an iris forward type of scent. Now here is completely different. Of course, you pick the iris, is the most dominant note here, but it's also pretty warm. It's not as earthy as most iris fragrances. This is pretty warm, spicy, very clean. There's nothing earthy here, or maybe a little bit earthy, but it's not a typical earthy iris fragrance. It's also woody, absolutely gorgeous. Most of the iris fragrances I have in my collection are more, of course, you can wear them all year round, but at least those iris fragrances I have in my collection, and judging by those I have tried throughout the years, I can tell you that most iris fragrances do better in colder weather. However, I think this one, well, it's spicy, warm, and it has a strong cinnamon note. It performs really well in warm weather. I love it. It's very sophisticated. It's pretty youthful. That's another thing that makes this fragrance stand out. Many iris fragrances lean more on the mature side, while Eyes Closed, in my opinion, it's a pretty youthful type of iris scent. Again, this is one of the most different iris fragrances you can find out there, which is not a surprise coming from Byredo. Byredo is one of those houses that always surprises me, and I really appreciate what they do because all of their fragrances are pretty unique. So you have that uniqueness factor that many fragrances out there don't have. It also has ginger. Ginger always gives fragrances a kick, so it's very uplifting, very vibrant, and you will never lose that ginger note throughout the entire lifetime of the fragrance. The ginger is there and nowhere to go. It's a day or nighttime type of scent. Compliments galore, guys. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get tons and tons of compliments. No one heard about this perfume. Every time someone asks me what I'm wearing and I say Eyes Closed by Byredo, they say, what? I never heard of it. Many people haven't heard about Byredo, and those who did, they always say, oh, I'm familiar with Bal d'Afrique or Blanche, but no one heard about this one, and it's a stunner. Trust me when I tell you, it's a stunner. It's definitely worth trying, and if you like iris in perfumery and you haven't tried Eyes Closed, you're missing on something very special. Definitely worth trying. Eyes Closed by Byredo. The next one, guys, on my list is Jasmine Haze by Reservation. I don't have a full bottle. This is a sample that Scent Split sent me. As I said in my previous video, they sent me a bunch of samples, and I want to share with you those that stood out to me, and this is one of my standouts. So Jasmine Haze is a stunner, guys. If you like jasmine, clean jasmine scents, wow, this is a stunner. It's so clean, so feminine, so sheer, so translucent. There's nothing indolic here. It's creamy, but it's not indolic, it's not heady, so I don't know how they did it, but this blend is perfection. Usually jasmine fragrances tend to be heady, a little bit narcotic, indolic. Not all of them, of course, but it's pretty common in jasmine fragrances that you find that typical narcotic component that for many people it's a turn off. Many jasmine fragrances are also pretty animalic. This one is the cleanest jasmine fragrance can get. Seriously, I absolutely love it. Let me try it on my skin. It's very bright in the opening. It also has tobacco, but tobacco here gives depth in the dry down, and that's it. It's not smoky, and honestly, I can't even pick the tobacco note. It's a really, really, really gorgeous type of jasmine. Even if you don't like jasmine, I highly encourage you to try this one because trust me, this is not your typical jasmine. Even if you hate jasmine, I encourage you to try this one because it's very, very different. Super versatile, very inoffensive. This is perfect for work. This is perfect for a bride. It's a very, very versatile type of scent, day or night time. It's an all year round type of fragrance in my opinion. However, summer is the best season to wear it. I absolutely love Jasmine Haze. This is a 2 ml. I had to keep some fragrance in the little bottle just because I needed to review it for you guys. But I can tell you that the moment I stop filming today, I will empty this 2 ml atomizer. Stunning, stunning perfume. It lasts about 4 or 5 hours on my skin, which I'm pretty happy with because usually this type, usually this type of scent profiles don't last as long. This one has a pretty decent lasting power. And one thing I can tell you is that I can smell this fragrance on my skin for this entire time window, like 4 or 5 hours. After the 5 hours mark, I can still smell it, but it sits closer to the skin. However, it doesn't disappear and you can smell it for its entire lifetime. So if you like clean jasmine fragrances, Jasmine Haze is a must try. And even if you don't like jasmine, even if you don't like the typical floral scents, this one is also a must try. Jasmine Haze by reservation. The next one on my list is Woman in Gold by Kilian. Kilian is one of my favorite houses. This fragrance in particular is one of my favorite from Kilian. It's so stunning, guys. And one thing I love about Kilian fragrances is that their bottles are refillable. So once you get the first bottle, you can purchase the refill and it's way more affordable than purchasing the bottle for the first time, right? You can unscrew it and that's it. It's way more affordable than buying the full bottle. This one in particular, it's so stunning. Woman in Gold never gets old. I bring it back every year at this time of year because it's so perfect for spring and summer, especially for summer. It's such a luxurious floral vanillic scent. It's very sugary. It's so beautiful. Very bright in the opening. It has mandarin orange. Also has aldehydes, and while many people associate aldehydes with old school or vintage type of scents, aldehydes can also take a different direction. Sometimes they can be soapy, sometimes they can be sparkling, like in this case. This is like a very bubbly, sparkling type of scent. It also has geranium, it has vanilla, it has oud, it has patchouli in the dry down, but the patchouli here is not earthy, it just grounds the composition. There's nothing dirty, there's no wet soil type of scent, nothing damp or anything like that. It's a very sugary scent, very sugary, very vanillic, and very floral. This is how I would describe this fragrance. It's very feminine, very intoxicating, and it's very addictive. I always carry a deacon with me. Lasting power is about 5 hours on my skin. Please remember, this is 100% subjective. But yeah, it lasts 4 or 5 hours. I will say 5 hours on my skin. But I always carry a deacon, as I said, because I like to respray throughout the day. Now, even after the 4 or 5 hours mark, I still catch whiffs of it throughout the day. So it's not that it completely disappears, it's gone, and that's it. Even when I can smell it, people who approached me could smell the fragrance. So this fragrance has a very nice lasting power, even when you can't smell it anymore. This is a very versatile day or nighttime type of scent. However, most of the times I wear it during the night. It smells super luxurious, very upscale, very chic, and if you haven't yet, this one is a must try. You won't regret. You will smell like every single dollar you spent on it. And the last one for today is 𝘂𝐻𝐻𝑗𝑎𝑠MINE by Erin. I find this one pretty similar to Jasmine Haze, yet different enough to justify having both if you like jasmine. It's so stunning, guys, so stunning. It's so ethereal. This is not only similar to Jasmine Haze, but I will put it in the same category. So I will wear this one for the same occasions, events. I will wear Jasmine Haze. It's very, very clean, very ethereal. I will describe it in a very similar way I describe Jasmine Haze. Both have a honeyed sweetness coming from the honeysuckle note. Both have honeysuckle. And you can smell it here right in the opening. It's very subtle, very sweet, but not cloying. It's really, really beautiful. They've done such a good job here. This is jasmine in a bottle. But again, just like what I said about Jasmine Haze, there's nothing indelic here, nothing animalic, nothing narcotic or heady or anything like that. However, this is pretty creamy. Both are creamy, but I think this one is slightly creamier. Very elegant, very classy, signature scent worthy. Both are very modern floral scents, nothing vintage, nothing old-fashioned here. This is a very inoffensive type of scent. This fragrance is super safe for work environments. You will never choke anyone. You will never overwhelm anyone. It's very pleasant and very mass appealing. You can wear this even if you work in a tiny cubicle in a call center. You can wear it and you won't bother anyone. It lasts about 5 hours on my skin with average projection. And just like Jasmine Haze, it leaves a very beautiful sillage the entire lifetime of the fragrance. Some fragrances stop leaving a trail after they start projecting. However, what I noticed with these two fragrances, Jasmine Haze and 𝘂𝐻𝐻𝑗𝑎𝑠MINE, is that even when the projection subsides, you'll still leave a trail behind you the entire lifetime of the fragrance. This one is also 100% signature scent worthy. So if you're looking for your next signature scent, please try 𝘂𝐻𝐻𝑗𝑎𝑠MINE by Erin. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you're new here, again, welcome to my channel. I truly hope you enjoy my content. And if that's the case, I would highly appreciate if you consider subscribing. Please guys, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.